Hi, the date is the 28th of May, 2026, and for this video, I want to talk about my perspective on self-help books and self-improvement books because from my collection, I've definitely read my fair share. And this isn't even all of them. When I first got into self-improvement, which was around the time I made the channel, it was something that I didn't know much about, but I wanted to improve, and I thought that would be a good place to start, where it's not watching stimulating content online, but it is taking in the good knowledge. And I'm making the decision to kind of leave behind all the self-improvement books, and I kind of wanted to give my perspective on what they're good for, maybe what they're not good for, and just kind of overall about them. So first of all is I think they're really good when learning the basics of how you can live a fulfilling life or how you can enjoy every day, and a lot of the basics skills that you need to live life in a fulfilling way. And it's also, especially when it comes to books, it's good for setting intentions. So you're investing your time by reading, and you're investing your money by buying the books instead of just listening to them or just watching the content online. And some are more fun reads, like this one was definitely a more fun read. When I don't want to diss the other ones, but some of them were a bit more just straightforward, a bit more bland. And some of them will definitely be stuff you already know, but also you can pick them out on issues that you already have. Like me personally, I had issues with like my inner voice and the thoughts and thinking inside my head, so this one really helped. But there's also ones that are more general, that have more general ideas that are just good life skills to have. And some will give you more perspective base and tell you stories to give you perspectives, and then some will just be a skill to have in general. And kind of the reason I'm selling and getting rid of my self-improvement books is because I'm kind of moving on from that learning phase, where I'm not done learning, but I'm kind of moving into the implementation phase, where it takes a certain humility and humbleness to take in all that information from these books. And I'm not going to fully stop being humble and just let my ego take over, but I also am getting less from these books over time, and I'm ready to move on past them and kind of go into a less, I don't want to say more, not more ego driven, but more confident stage in my life, where I'm not always focusing on how I can improve and get better. But I think that the mindset that you have to be in to take as much as you can from the self-help books isn't easy to fit that self-driven confidence in with. And I think now that I have the kind of foundations in that I've learned a lot from these books, I think that now I'm more focused on improving and growing and evolving things that are more specific to me. So different parts of who I am, or different parts of things that, again, are very specific to me. And yeah, so that's kind of just my personal perspective on self-help books. They're good. Some are better than others. They're good for different things. And they're really good for foundations. And you have to go into them with an open mind and a bit humble to actually take in the perspectives and the skills that they're sharing. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to cover for this video. That's the end of the video.